Yeehaw, Maverick Country! Today we are starting 1.8 notes. Let's get ready to learn, Mavericks.
Yeah. So 1.8, we're going to talk about absolute values. What does an absolute value do to a number?
It makes it positive.
It makes it positive. So if I had the absolute value of -5, what would this be?
5.
Positive 5. All right, what's the absolute value of positive 5?
No, positive 5 still.
Also positive 5. So absolute values just make the number positive. So when I have an absolute value with an equation, we know that inside of our equation, this could equal either 3 or -3. Because if it was -3 on the inside, the absolute values turn it to positive 3. So when we solve our absolute value equations, we're going to split this up into two equations. We have 2x minus 5 is equal to 3, and then 2x minus 5 is equal to -3. So you have to get the absolute value bars all by itself, and then you just split it into two equations. The left side stays the same, it's just the sign of what it's equal to changes. So from here, we need to solve. So we're just going to solve each little equation. What would I do to solve the first one? Add 5.
Then divide by 2.
So 2x equals 8, and then divide by 2. So what does x equal? 4. Perfect. We got to do the same thing in the other one. So we're going to add 5. So 2x equals 2. And then we divide both sides by 2, so x equals 1. So we have two answers here, x equals 4 and x equals 1. All right, so let's look at number 2. So our absolute value bars are all by itself, so we can split this. We can say 5x equals 20, and 5x equals what? -20, perfect. And then we're just going to solve both of them. So I divide by 5. So x equals what? 4. Same thing with the other one. We're going to divide by 5. So x equals what else? -4. So we've got two answers here. If we plugged in 4, right? 5 times 4 would be 20. And the absolute value of 20 is what? 20. So that works. If I plugged in -4, 5 times -4 is what? -20. So what's the absolute value of -20? 20. Let's do number 3. So the absolute values are all by itself, so we can get rid of them and split it into two equations. So -3x equals 10, and -3x equals what? -10. What would we do here to solve? Divide by -3. So x equals -10 over 3, and then divide by -3. X equals positive 10 over 3. A negative divided by a negative would be positive. So these are our two answers. All right, for number 4, we have to get the absolute value bars all by itself first. So what should I do first here? Subtract 3, perfect. So we have the absolute value of 5x, 5 times the absolute value of x equals 25. What should we do next? Divide by 5. So the absolute value of x equals what? 5. So now to find what just x equals, to get rid of our absolute value, we have to split it into two equations. So x equals 5. And what else does x equal? -5. Perfect. So number 5, same thing. Our absolute value is all by itself now, so we can split it. X minus 3 equals 2. And x minus 3 equals what? -2. So what would we do to solve? Add 3. So x equals, and then same thing with the other one. We're going to add 3. So x equals, perfect. So x equals 5 and 1. All right, let's do number 7. So our absolute values are all by itself, so we can split it up. 2x minus 3 equals 11, and 2x minus 3 equals -11. What should I do first to solve? Add 3. 2x equals what? 14. Divide by 2. So x equals 7. Same thing here. I'm going to add 3. So 2x equals negative 8. Divide by 2. X equals negative 4. Perfect.
Oh no. Wait. Divide by 4. Do we put everything on one side? Multiply the 4 and multiply the 2 and subtract.
We need to subtract 4 to move it over. Because it's 4 minus the absolute value. So if it's positive 4, we got to subtract it. So we have negative times the absolute value of 3x plus 6 equals negative 3. What should we do next? Divide by negative 1. Perfect. Again, we have to get the absolute value all by itself. So since that negative is being multiplied to the absolute value bars, we divide by negative 1. So the absolute value of 3x plus 6 equals 3. Now what do we do? Two equations. 3x plus 6 equals 3.
3x plus 6 equals negative 3.
Perfect. Then we solve. What should I do first?
Minus 6.
So 3x equals negative 3.
And
X is equal to negative 1. Same thing here. Subtract 6. What's negative 3 minus 6? Negative 9. Divide by 3. So x equals negative 3. Yeah. All right, let's do number 10. What should we do first with number 10? Subtract the 20. So the absolute value of 2x minus 4 equals negative 5. Now we need to think about this for a second. What did we say that an absolute value does to our number? Makes it positive. So is it possible for my absolute value to equal a negative number?
No.
So what do you think our answer would be here? No solution. If you have an absolute value equals a negative number, your answer is going to be no solution. Here we have an absolute value equals another absolute value. We do the math the same way that we were doing before. So it looks a little bit more challenging, but we do it the same exact way. So I'm going to drop the absolute values, set x minus 1 equal 3x plus 2. So we keep the equation exactly the same. We just get rid of the absolute value. But in my second equation, I have to make one side negative. So x minus 1 is equal to negative times 3x plus 2. So it doesn't matter which side that you make negative, but you're only making one side negative in the second one. So the first one stays exactly the same. The other one side's going to be negative. So let's solve our first equation here. What would I do first? I can add 1 to move it to the other side and subtract 3x. So x minus 3x would be what? Negative 2x equals 3. Divide by negative 2. So x equals negative 3 over 2. Perfect. What would I have to do first in the next equation? Awesome. We want to distribute the negative. So x minus 1 equals negative 3x minus 2. Then we do the same thing to solve. So I'm going to add 3x, move it to the other side, and add 1. X plus 3x is 4x, and negative 2 plus 1? Negative 1. What do we do next? Divide by 4. So x equals negative 1 over 4. Awesome. All right, let's do number 12. So our first equation is going to stay exactly the same. X plus 3 equals 2x plus 1. We just get rid of the absolute value bars. In our second equation, what would I need to do? Awesome. So x plus 3 equals, and we're going to make the other side negative. So negative 2x. I'll keep it plus 1 for now, but we'll distribute in the next step. So let's solve the one on the left first. What should we do first? So we can subtract 3 on both sides and subtract 2x. So negative x is equal to negative 2. Divide by negative 1. So x equals 2. What should we do first in the other one? Distribute the negative. So x plus 3 equals negative 2x minus 1. What do we do to solve? We can add 2x and subtract 3. So 3x equals, what's negative 1 minus 3? Negative 4. Divide by 3. X equals negative 4 over 3.